Welcome to the 7th Android application development tutorial. My name is Robin, and the objective of this video is to use a thread to make the splash screen sleep for 5 seconds and then create an intent to launch the main activity. So we use threads just to allow you to do multiple things at the same time, and in our case the splash screen will sleep for 5 seconds and then open up the main activity. So the first thing we need to do is set up the framework for a thread. So let's create the thread variable up here. Call this thread timer because it's going to count for 5 seconds. A new thread. Then we're going to put in the run method. Just like so. And in the run method, it's going to contain all the code that we want to run on the thread. We're going to have a try catch. We're going to use a try catch just for like debugging, and if we're going to try to do something, if an exception is thrown, then we're going to catch it and then stop the program from crashing. So we're going to try to make it sleep or pause the activity for 5,000 milliseconds or 5 seconds. Then we're going to catch the interrupted exception. And we're going to just put in this next line of code to stop the thread from doing what it was doing. So the thread dot the current thread dot interrupt. So there we go, we've set up the thread variable so far, got the run method, and contains all the code that's going to run on the thread, and we're going to try to make it sleep for 5 seconds and catch the interrupted exception to stop the program from crashing if there's any issues with this piece of code. And then finally we're going to use the intent, or use an intent to open up an activity. And intents are used as a message passing mechanism and can be used to start activities, and in this case we're going to start the main activity. So the first thing we need to do is define the intent. So intent open main is the name of it, equals the new intent. I'm going to specify the activity we want the intent to open, and that is the main activity. And then get it to start the activity, and open main is what we called it. So there we go. Next thing, we just need to set the thread variable to start. So we're just going to put that there, and then thread, it's called timer dot start, and that should be fine like that. So we just save that and just test it on the emulator. Go across, run as Android application. Got the emulator here, and as you can see it's just installing now. So now what should happen now is the thread will make the splash screen sleep for 5 seconds. Well, the splash screen will appear first, it will sleep for 5 seconds, and then open up the main activity. So there we go, so that's all loaded onto there. If we click the launcher icon, And there we go, we can see it's working. And in the next tutorial I'll just tell you about how to add music to the splash screen.